So the Lifetouch is a new kind of medical device. It's a patch technology. It's a sticking plaster which is placed across the chest, and it sticks to the chest with standard ECG electrodes, things that most people are familiar with, and particularly nursing staff. So it just sits there, and the nurse puts it on, pulls a tab, and it starts. So what it's doing is looking at every heartbeat. It's looking at the ECG trace and analysing that in the device itself to extract from the ECG some parameters of interest. We have a design philosophy of making things look really easy, really simple, and hiding the sort of high-tech nature of them. So for that reason, it feels quite comfortable for nursing staff to use, and it feels quite comfortable for patients to wear as well. So what this really is doing is digitizing the patient. So we are taking the patient's vital signs and immediately turning them into digital information. And in a way, it's exactly the same as a nurse coming around, measuring blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation levels. But instead of writing them down, the system collects the data and immediately puts it into a data store and then displays that by the bedside. So instead of having charts by the bedside, this system draws the charts in real time. So the nurses and the doctors who then come around and look at the patients can see exactly what's happened to the patient at that point in time. Also in the device, we have some patented technology, which means that we can tune it up to find other things. It's possible to find other features in the whole ECG and detect where they are and how big they are, and then transfer them into the database, into the patient record. We have developed this system to be as low cost as it can possibly be. There's an enormous amount of technology, consumer technologies, so we look at those, we get them, we repurpose them, but nonetheless it's essentially consumer-based equipment. And as everybody knows, that's relatively inexpensive. Everybody can afford that. So the cost of these systems is already less than equivalent systems in the hospitals at the present time. The Lifetouch can change a patient's experience in hospital enormously, because the very first thing you notice is that there's no cables, no leads, no wires, nothing that attaches you, the patient, to the machine by the bed. So that means that although you're being closely monitored, you can sit up, you can get up, you can go to the toilet, and you're monitored at all times.